Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. All right, so the referendum is underway as I am recording this in the 4 oblasts in Ukraine. It will be ending soon because of the time it is there. But so on the first day of the referendum in Donetsk, 25% of the people came out to vote. In Luhansk, it was 20%. That is in spite of the logistics difficulties that they are having, being under attack and using mobile voting locations, using buses. But also in Kherson and Zaporozhye, the vote continues. I think one had 15% and another one had 20%. That's on the first day. And, I think that was actually kind of slow because people wanted to wait and see how this worked out. But anyway, it turns out there are international observers on the ground from different nations. I've seen observers from Cameroon and from Italy. So I'm guessing that there are also, more Russian-aligned nations that also have observers, monitors on the ground, and all of the monitors are saying everything appears to be above board. Even in like Donetsk, they are going to different locations for people that are, unable to get to the polls, elderly, disabled, and so forth. And some of the monitors went with them to make sure that this is all being done in a valid manner, and they're saying, yes, this is all being done very openly, very democratically, etc. Day number 2, and Ukraine started bombing again. There was one missile, not just a bomb, but a U.S.-supplied missile, a HIMARS, that struck in the center of Donetsk, killed one person, hospitalized another. You know what the response was? More people came out to vote. Really think about this. The Ukrainian government that is claiming to be, if you're there, your government, tells you that if you take part in this referendum, you are a criminal. Doesn't matter how you vote. You could vote potentially in favor of Ukraine, but by official policy, you are a criminal to be arrested, prosecuted, and incarcerated, at the very least. How are you going to respond to that? Either you're going to change your view and vote in favor of Russia, or what? Okay, so you don't want to be a criminal. You don't take part. So that just means that your vote is not counted, and it makes the vote go more in favor of Russia. Here's something to think about. It really doesn't matter whether this referendum is valid or it is manipulated by Russia in their favor. The outcome is going to be the same. These 4 oblasts are going to be incorporated into sovereign Russia. It is going to happen. The outcome remains the same. These areas will be under Russian protection. And any attacks on these areas will be attacks on sovereign Russia. That gives Ukraine a choice, and NATO a choice. How will they respond? Are they going to continue attacking? Are they going to engage in peace talks? The peace talks seem very unlikely because Ukraine and NATO have shown more and more. I mean, it is unbelievable how suicidal they have shown, how self-destructive that they really are. How they will allow their people to suffer. Ukraine will throw their people into the breach. They will throw untrained soldiers up on the front lines. They will draft people that are up to 60 years old into the military. You are not allowed to say that you are a conscientious objector. Doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. You can say you cannot say that you don't believe in warfare. You're still going to be drafted. That's it. And you will be forced to fight. For the record, the gas flow into Europe has not stopped. There are multiple pipelines going from Russia over to Europe, and these have not been cut off. The Nord Stream 1 has been cut off. There was another one that was cut off, but that one was, I think there have been 3 that have been cut off. Nord Stream 1 was cut off by Ukraine, and another one, I don't remember which country, but they refused to pay for their gas in rubles, so, Russia said, okay, see you later. Anyway, this is just so ignorant, so foolish. They will let their people freeze this winter. They're telling people that they are going to have 5 to 10 rough winters ahead. 5 to 10. It's not just this winter. It's 5 to 10. And if you're saying 5 to 10 rough winters, you also mean reduced industrial capacity, which means more unemployment for years. That means less consumer spending in the countries for years. Your currency is going to remain suppressed, declined for years. It's not a temporary thing. This is long-term to permanent. How are you, even if you talk about building up, renewable energy infrastructure, how are you going to pay for it when your debt keeps climbing? Even though that debt is all, fabricated, it's, money created out of thin air, but they're not going to erase it that way. So how are you going to pay for these things? If you're shutting down industries, how are you going to produce and install wind generators and solar and all these things? How are you going to do this while you're still having to subsidize people's energy bills? Even if they decided to wage war on Russia, to try and seize Russia's resources. Well, the first thing is, this nuclear threat that they're talking about, that is only, Russia's made it clear, they will only use that as a response, either to a nuclear first strike, or if the Russian Federation itself is under risk of collapsing from military confrontation. Not from financial confrontation, but from military confrontation. Those are the only two circumstances that they'll use a nuclear weapon. All right, so, yeah, let's say you invade Russia. Well, in the process, you're probably going to destroy all this infrastructure for the gas and oil. And if you don't, then if they know that their entire system is going to collapse, well, they probably will destroy it themselves so that you don't have it. These are tactics. These are strategies that are used in warfare. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for Tuesday to come along. Or I guess more accurately Wednesday, because the referendum ends on Tuesday, but by Wednesday, these areas will be part of Russia. So it's from Wednesday on that we have to think ahead. All right, share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate whatever you can to help expand this channel and my presidential campaign. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.